Hey guys, this is Tremaine Littlejohn with Celestial Plantis Moral saying hello, hi, how are you guys doing today? It's a beautiful, awesome day. It's a good, great, wonderful Saturday out here. I believe it's July 7th, 2018. What can I talk about, people? I can talk about trying to be our great, wonderful self always. You know what I'm saying? Our best self is the product in which we're supposed to fight for and try to understand and try to, put towards other people for our beautiful points of communication and, communication, planning, to find activities that build character and build your education up to a level of total intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Unique genius is what we're looking for and forward to get you guys into. So this segment, I really have no real plight besides growth. The growth of ourselves, trying to be better people, our growth that maturing and better maintaining our life towards the educational centers of the world. And education is intelligence. Activities is not an activities are not a educational or intelligent without it being educational. You know what I'm saying? Without your activities not being educational, and moral, most awesomely, they have to be moral. We look for your activities to build your character, that helps you to build like your plans towards what you're trying to communicate about, to educate about, to speak about, to write about, to read about, to draw about, to find measurements and learning how to draw and things of that nature. We love that you guys, are looking towards life for a better plan to continue the educational stride. Now, we want you to find yourself to grow. We want you to find yourself to grow and master a set of geniuses, points of curriculum to career, to build activities, plans, products, services, and things of that nature. Your growth deals with, the self-reliant self. Your confidence is your growth. You know what I'm saying? As you get more confident and have more faith towards your life, you will start to understand like the things that you have to go through and the things that you have to do to get past all the bad ignorance, and I would love to cuss and say that, crap is, it's just a lot of crap out there in the world. We go through a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff that we go through, we have no way of understanding because we walk a life that's our life, our single life. You know what I'm saying? And that single life and entity has a quality within itself to be imaged off, to take into its own atmosphere of things. The existence has us, growing in the spirit, and we're not the spirit. We just have a spirit that is us. So we want to know, as a connective part of being the spirit that goes through to administer to ourselves, to administer and get directed by the existence, whatever you want to call it, God, goddess, or Allah, or whatever you want to call, you know, existence. Existence is the biggest word that you can use, you could possibly use to find yourself in order to maintain, you know, your best outlook for your growth. The things of life that we look for in a person is, you know, quality. We want to know the quality of a person. We want to know the ability of a person and the abilities of their mental mind and the mind of themselves that give in and give towards, you know, blessing. You know, blessing means prosperity. Now, prosperity has a way with itself to, you know, some people, oh, prosperity is about richness and, you know, it's about money. And no, prosperity is your healthy life, your healthy mind, the things that you see into as you watch. You know, you watch TV, you don't want to watch pornographic porn and all that other stuff. You want to girt your eyes up and, you know, stop your eyes from seeing, you know, foolish things. And so we ask the existence every day, you know, to give us the chance and give us the time to, you know, see better things out of all these people out here in the world. And we don't care if you play the part of who somebody is just to make them a great thing. Even if it's not the soul of who that person is, but an angel in the position of that person. Just like this beautiful video that I'm making right here. You see me, but I'm not there. I'm doing something else. By the time you get this video, I'll be doing something else. I may be even making a video of myself again, you know, at the time that you're watching this video. But I'm saying, to see the filaments of these people, you know, go bad, and we want to be moral people, heterosexual, awesome stuff. We don't need the turmoil. We don't need the turmoil. We don't need the breakdown of, you know, evil spirited, evil mean people. And we don't understand the connection about spirit having a way with itself just because the video is me, yes, but the conversation in which an angel that looks like me should be totally better, more mature, and very perfect, you know, in its actions, in its thought, in its ways of life, you know, just the purity and the cleanliness of the standard that has been built up over time. You know how a baby starts to, you know, learn their lessons. They start, and you as a beautiful teacher, as a father or a mother or a guardian, a teacher, a mentor, and all these leadership positions in which we're supposed to hold to, we absolutely have to see ourselves to want more out of life. See, and as we want more out of life, we start to channel into, you know, the things that we're supposed to be holding our eyes to and our ears to, and, you know, building up our senses and all that other stuff and all these emotions. And, you know, you could think an emotion that's evil or bad or whatever like that, but it should not go anywhere at all, you know. And as you find yourself to be able to play these parts of who we are over and over, as, you know, the people that we build ourselves to be, you know, we should be looking up to the administering spirits that you say that are who we are, you know, administering to other people throughout life, you know, every day, to talk to them and find who we are as, you know, the forward of time and space, you know, because Basically, you're in the past, you're in the present, you're in the future. And our future self, being the administering angel, the spirit that you mock who we are as a lessonary person of being able to skill into other people as an announcement towards what their life is coming up to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I administered to a friend, like God has chosen me to administer to the friends of my life. And these are the people that they're going around using my voice, using my wisdom of who I am, you know, but at the same time, as I am not, because it has the wisdom and the power of all things. Now, all things to a mind of self, you think all things, oh, that's good, that's the yin and yang, the good and the bad. No, all things to your mind should absolutely be all positive things, and a maturity and a standard in which holds our life up to say that we've gotten to this point of life that has been standardized. Like, the curriculum has been built, right? You know your math, you know your science, you know your reading, you know your writing, you know your grammar and English and all that other stuff, and maybe the other languages towards their grammar and English and their curriculums in which they build. See, as the curriculum starts, it has only you to understand what it is. Now, over time, other people have joined into that curriculum and have learned the curriculum standard. Now, the curriculum standard towards life and education, morality, morals, sober-mindedness, and leisure time enjoyment. You know, you can drink, drug, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a biased person now about, you know, the use of whatever you want to use as your leisure time getaway. But if you're an addict and you want to do this every day and you're bored with life and you have no other outlet, you have to try something different. You have to try something different. Like, because, see, they're taking people to jail and they got oil on the shelves. You can smoke oil, cocaine, crack. Crack is oil put with baking soda and whatever else. You can smoke your crack. You can smoke your weed, your whatever, if they want to do heroin and all the other shit that they want to do, you know, let them do it. Because, see, reason being, you got all these other plants out here that they can smoke when they want to. They put a standard of life over somebody and started hurting a set of people with this shit called drugs. You know what I'm saying? You got your medical drugs that don't make no sense. They give you cancer, they give you this, they give you that, they give you ass cancer and booby cancer and spina bifida and whatever the hell else. You know, it's some bullshit. That's bullshit. You know, a medical field, medicine heals. You know, they have medicines that have, they have no recommended effects. That's real people with real medicine that has a network of people that have worked together over the years that know about administering spirits and know how to do it correctly and know how to ease a person and ease a mind and, you know, put them together and hold them up to, you know, bless the life and all that other stuff. But no, you got these evil people trying to, or the spirit, I really do have to talk to you to say that you're mischievous, you're overly zealous. You're a zealous thing, you know, and in a bad way, that you build character out of evil stuff. And, you know, you see, I've gone through a lot of turmoilish, nasty, lustful, you know, from a child, lustful bullshit, and from an adult, lustful bullshit, and, you know, just outright violations of foolish ignorance. and I try to tell people, you know, I never had a voice that was talking to me, but now I have these voices and these people that I go around and I get around and I hear them, you know, talking back and forth as if we were on a telephone or something like that. And I don't understand the want that, you know, because I didn't know that you were subliminalizing my life, you know, with little messages to damn who I am from a child, you know, touching on us and all this other shit, getting us molested and getting us raped and, you know, sodomizing us and malice, breakdowns of, you know, violence and all this other stuff or whatever like that. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for date rape and all this other stuff or whatever like that, or get a person's mind so geared up to get some shit that they don't want to be, you know, get to. And there's a spirit in the mind that's gearing a person up. So that mindful spirit in which you're holding to who we are is not even mature enough. And we know this fucking earth, and we don't even have to look towards the earth. Whatever planet or whatever land of space on the lining of the bottom of space, and whatever land there is on the bottom of the space or whatever like that, it does not make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Number one, you should be mature. You know what I'm saying? Like, you teach your kids, if you have nothing else to do, guess what? You know, and your kids are about to start grade school or, you know, start kindergarten, and they should have been taught, you know what I'm saying? I've seen kids different ages, you know, read at 2 to 3 years old, reading books at 2 years old, because the held spirit of the parents were there to hold them into the beauty and the conversation of the amazement of what control is towards your child. You know, your child will not turn out to be a them. It will become a you in which it's supposed to become. Because, see, it's not supposed to be anything other than you and your wife. You know what I'm saying? But it becomes a you, them world that's supposed to, you know, build a world, a real world, that's a world for you and your wife, and existence is going to show you how you got to the points of where you've built computer systems and trees and different designs for plants, animals, and all this other wonderful stuff. And I'm telling you, when you get to your world of stuff from your child, you know, it's going to be awesome, because they're going to be so mature, they're going to be so ready, they're going to be so go-getter, and it's going to be you guys within who they are, but it's going to filter back so good that when you felt like that it's not going to be there for you, as you know, the excitement of that child comes through to have a pressure and an excitement that it needs in the spaces of who we are. You know what I'm saying? It's going to come. It's going to become a transformation into that pressurized, you know what I'm saying, ready to go, ready to run through it all. You know what I'm saying? You got excitement, you got announcement, you got voice, you got mind, you got speech, and you got words that flow with power. You know, and every day that we look for more and more power, we look for excitement, we look for joy, we look for peace, we look for serenity, we look for tranquility, we look for quality, we look for the balance of our holy self. You know what I'm saying? And we are holy people, you know, struggling through the lines of misfortune. Misfortune in which never had to be, because we have a curriculum set for who we are, that we're supposed to go to school, and we're fighting over a battle of, you know, whose Bible should be in the schools and should Bibles be in the school. Holiness in existence is morality. Now, if you talk moral, if you be moral, if you hold your morals, if you conversate morally, you know, when you conversate at a moral pace of things and stuff like that, you will always hear, when you talk positively, a aftermath in the spaces of your conversation. Like the aftermath in the spaces of your conversation will start to compress, and it's, you know, it's pressing out days, it's pressing out you know, gifts, it's pressing out, you know, messages on TV, messages in the computer, on the internet. These are not natural messages. These are spiritual messages that that they've, you know, put together so that you understand that you've been heard throughout the space. Like you have your own set of stuff, but it becomes a network of trustworthy people. But we all should be trustworthy. We all should not press off to each other, you know, to break down one another, to get mad and fester up anger, to molest, to rape, to murder, to, you know, sodomize, to cut down, belittle. We don't need none of that type of quality stuff. That quality stuff is not quality. That's fault. That's despicable. That's unneeded. It's ratchet. And all the other great, all the other dysfunctional things of what existence could be. You know what I'm saying? But it's too mature to go to that level. Now, where does life begin? Life begins at teaching. You know what I'm saying? So if the real main teacher that we hold to out here in the existence, it's supposed to be who? The spirit. Because guess what? It's the only thing that has hold to us without us being able to swing on it. No, we don't want to swing on the spirit. You're like, get out of here, I'm not hitting you. Oh, but anyways, no, we don't want to do that. But if you go in for a hug, you will feel another spirit hug you and be pressured into you and give you a hug as you hug. You know what I'm saying? If you punch and you're pushing, and you know, you might feel it hitting you, stuff like that, but it's at a fun pace. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to get to is, spirit, you're so mature that you want to test us to come out of ignorance and not fully perfection, because there's just so much love that you start to create so many things and you forget to halt. And I believe what it is you lose track of when it's too moral. I think you lose track of things because you have no worry and you leave. I think you get a release to leave away from where you get leisure time, and you're supposed to be, you know, the watcher of all things and all that other stuff. And I don't know if you like leisure time, but I would hold to it. So you need to mature yourself, and you should have been mature a very long time ago, existence. And we should be a mature people. Our animals and our creatures should be mature. We shouldn't be riding up the road and we're plump, plump. You know, you're running over animals, and you're killing animals, and you're killing people, and we got guns and knives, and, you know, and all the other stupid stuff that goes with murder. And, you know, you molested this, and you touched that, and you raped that, and you stole somebody's $1,000 out of their room, and, you know, they're just gonna kill you or whatever. And you don't want to go through that, guys. We don't want to get murdered for foolishness. We don't want to go through ignorance, you know, ignorant things that haunt us every day at a pace of, you know, it's basically in this lifetime where we're at, we're getting haunted. We're not getting taught by what is haunting us, but we're getting offended about everyone needing to be on a level of perfection. And you're getting a kick out of everybody knowing that they could be perfect, they could be superhuman, they could fly just like the birds fly. Because if it's possible for the birds to fly, you know, it's possible for a man to fly. Because if an airplane is up in the air, then a body is a hell of a lot lighter than a damn plane, you know. So you know who we are. We want perfection. But we want to come from perfection and building character and building design and getting to the point of our rewards of designing our mind, our character with who you are as a teacher and a mentor. But oh no, who should be the speaker? Who should be the teacher of the world? And who should be the best of the best? There is no best of the best. There's just moral people that do moral things that are rewarded just because they are moral. You know what I'm saying? And so that morality holds us to reward. And that the reward is a thought of self, you know, thinking into self, saying, oh my God, if I'm moral, I get rewarded because I'm a quality thing. And then you heard yourself say that. So your self-esteem and your self-confidence, you know, came to be heard by you. You know what I'm saying? And as you continue to build your confidence and you continue to build, you know, your self-reliant self, you know, where you're a leader and you start doing things for yourself and you start marching, you're ready to go. You know what I'm saying? You're never going to stop. You got to keep and continue to keep up your best work. You know, you've been through so many things. You've been a prostitute. You've been on Jerry Springer, you know, Maury Povich, and you know, the Stephen King show, or whoever, you know, or Larry King and whoever other shows, Oprah Winfrey and all that other stuff, explaining your life when you are absolutely in the wrong aspect of life. See, most people in this life are being set up to be imperfect. You know what I'm saying? Striving for perfection. It does feel good, but you know, once you figure out who you are and you figure out what perfection is, and you know, you strive for it and you learn how to move away from the people and the other folks of where ignorance has laid in and has settled throughout who we are. I know you're not going to do that. While I'm recording. I know you know I'm recording. Please don't do that. No, I'm not coming over there. I'm recording. So don't do that. I'm recording something.
Let me say it in Spanish.
No, I don't want to hear you in Spanish. I'm trying to record.
Yo puedo hablar por Jermaine Littlejohn.
Whatever.
Y él quiere hablar
She's
con
trying to talk while I'm trying to talk.
otra personas.
But I'm not getting
Hola.
that. This is Adelaide Figueroa.
Hello.
Figueroa.
My name is Adelaide Figueroa.
Figueroa.
And this is my brother-in-law.
Friend of the nature of love.
Very wonderful friend of mine.
Yes.
And he is going to be a
motivational
speaker.
And writer.
He loves to write and he loves to draw and illustrate his books.
Yes.
I will be helping him translate.
I'm trying to get her to do the Spanish part of it.
Help him in any way possible.
Sorry, I got mad. I was like, I know you see me recording. I'm doing good. I was doing so good.
Yeah,
but normality comes through, you know, sometimes, because we're in this messed up, offensive world. Because it comes to want us to get offended, you know, when we don't know when a message of blessing comes through. You go ahead, stay over here with me.
Hold on, man.
All right. We don't know when a message of blessing comes through. You know, you don't hold to hurt people, like, you know, record them and see them doing all this wild stuff and put it on the internet. You know, they could sue your ass in an instant second. You know, if you put them out there and you mess up their credibility. And I've seen myself in some positions on TV where I don't want you to put a recording of me on TV if it's not me doing it, or if I haven't authorized it. I don't care if you just thought to record it, and if I'm on there and I'm speaking or I'm acting out or whatever like that, it's not a quality in which I'm trying to show people that I know how to get mad, I know how to get nasty, I know how to get angry. You know, I know how to get pornographic and all this other crazy, weird, foolish ignorance and stuff like that or whatever. But, I just want to tell you I love you guys. And I'm just gonna leave it here or whatever like that. I have more to say, but this is gonna be a short video. Actually, it's gonna be video number 2 coming up. I'm gonna record another video, but I'm gonna take a pause moment and I'm gonna get back to you guys. This is Tremaine Littlejohn with Celestial Planters Moral saying, master your mind to grow towards the great positive things in which you're supposed to grow into. All right, growth is, this is growth segment 1.